You ever find yourself just waiting for that jolt of motivation to finally get started on something big? Yeah, we all do. But what if I told you that whole approach is completely backward? Today, we're not just questioning that idea, we're going to tear it down and build something new in its place. We're talking about the blueprints for a life built on solid intention, not just fleeting inspiration.
And this right here, this is the core idea we're diving into. This one sentence changes everything. It's basically saying the answer isn't about finding more willpower or hyping yourself up. It's about designing a better machine for your life to actually run on, day in and day out.
So, that brings us to the big question, right? If just waiting around for motivation is the wrong move, what exactly is this trap that we all seem to fall into, and why is it so darn common? Let's break it down. See, here's the thing. Relying on motivation isn't just a bad strategy. It's a psychological dead end. It's like building your house on sand. You're counting on emotion that's famously unreliable, which pretty much sets you up for a cycle of failure before you even start.
Now, what's so powerful about this definition is that it pinpoints the problem. It's the waiting. It's that passive state of hoping the stars align, the mood is right, and you suddenly feel like doing the hard work. We treat action like it's some random lightning strike, when it should be like the sunrise, something that happens because the system is in place. And the consequences of this trap, they're rough. Your effort is all over the map. You have these crazy productivity sprints when you feel motivated, but they're followed by long stretches of nothing, which of course leads to burnout. And that constant start-stop cycle, it just buries you in guilt and leads to a life that's reactive, not proactive.
Okay, so if motivation is the trap, what's the escape route? Well, the alternative is to stop being a motivation seeker and to start becoming an architect. You literally design and build the systems for your life.
And this comparison just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you have motivation. It's driven by emotion, it comes and goes, and it sucks up all your willpower. But systems, they're the total opposite. They are process-driven, they are consistent, and they pretty much automate your progress. A good system doesn't care if you feel like it just works.
And I really want you to hear this, because it's probably the most important thing we'll talk about. This isn't a character flaw. You are not lazy. You are not undisciplined. You have a design flaw. You're just running on faulty software, and you need a system upgrade.
So where do we start building? We start inside. The very first blueprint is for your inner world. This is all about creating systems for your mind, for your focus, for your energy, before you even think about trying to tackle the outside world.
First up, deep focus. I mean, in the world we live in today, the ability to truly concentrate is a legit superpower. But look at how this is defined. It's a skill you can build. It is not a mood you wait for, it's a muscle. And you have to train it with the system.
And here is the system. It's simple. First, you become an architect of your calendar. You schedule blocks of time where you are completely unreachable. Second, you engineer your environment. Phone in another room, notifications off, all of it. And third, you train your attention span on purpose, maybe by just reading a physical book for 20 minutes without looking away. It's a workout for your focus.
Now, this next internal system is just as powerful. But honestly, most of us completely ignore it. In a world that is screaming for our attention 24/7, learning how to strategically use silence is an absolute game changer for your mental energy.
We have to talk about the hidden cost of being on all the time. We think we constantly need to be consuming, doing, producing. But silence is an empty space. It's an active recovery system. It's where your brain actually gets to process things, find clarity, and recharge. Scheduling just 15 minutes of real, device-free silence into your day is a profoundly powerful system.
Okay, so once we've got that internal foundation sorted out, we can start building outwards. Now we're looking at the blueprint for your outer world, how you design systems for your work, your skills, and even the people around you.
Now this chart, this is so important. The old advice is always work on your weaknesses, right? Become well-rounded. But that is a system that's literally designed to make you average. The effort you pour into fixing something you're bad at gives you a tiny return. But that same effort invested in a natural strength, that gives you exponential growth. Think about it. 100 hours making you slightly less bad at something gets you to mediocre. 100 hours on what you're great at can make you world-class.
So what's the system here? It's an energy audit. Figure out what you are uniquely good at, that thing that feels like play to you but looks like hard work to everyone else, and then build everything around making that strength undeniable. That's the real path to being exceptional.
And finally, let's talk about your social circle. Because whether you realize it or not, it's a system. It is either fueling you or it is draining you. And the audit is simple. Who in your life are the energizers? The ones who challenge you, support you, and light you up? And you gotta be honest, who are the drainers? Designing a system to spend more time with the first group and less with the second is one of the biggest levers you can pull for your own growth.
So when you put all these pieces together, what do you get? You get this massive shift. You go from living a life by default, just reacting to your moods and what's happening around you, to living a life by conscious design, built on a foundation of systems you put there on purpose.
And the payoff is huge. We're talking about sustainable progress, when you're not burning out anymore. You get actual control over your time and your energy. You build this incredible confidence that comes from repeatable, predictable success. This is what radical personal mastery actually looks like.
And really, it all boils down to this. The perfect moment isn't something you find or wait for. It's something you manufacture. A well-designed system doesn't need the perfect moment to arrive. It is the perfect moment every single time it runs.
So let's make this real, right now. Forget about some huge life overhaul. Think small. Think like an architect laying the very first brick. What's it going to be? A system for 20 minutes of focus? A system for some strategic silence? A system to invest in just one key strength? What's the first brick you're going to lay?